Hello, everyone. This is Gilberto from Maverick Media Lab, and I'm here with Kelly Graham, an amazing client of ours that has been working with us to help him get more realtor referral partnerships. And he's going to talk a little bit about the experience working with our company, some of the results that he's been seeing, some of the struggles that he had in the past, and how we were able to help him with that, and his honest feedback on what it's like working with us. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us here, man.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
And just to start things off, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and how you came across our company, like how you heard about us?
Yeah, I'm a mortgage broker here in Las Vegas. I've been a broker for about 27 years and I've loved it for all that length of time. And I just happened to receive a phone call from a gentleman at Maverick Media named Angelo, and he was super kind over the phone, briefly shared what they do as a company. And of course, I'm always looking to connect with good realtors, and I wanted to capture a good half a dozen, not capture is the right word, but I wanted to be able to meet 6 more realtors, you know, in a 6-month time span that I wanted to work with, and they were looking for a good broker that fit what we're trying to do too. And I thought I'd try it, and I've been pleasantly surprised and pleased with how it's gone.
Love it. Can you talk a little bit about what were some of the struggles? Like what were some of the bottlenecks? Like before we started working together, like what were some of the things you were struggling with in terms of like growing this base of realtor referral partners?
Yeah. Well, for me, having been around so long, most of my business is referrals, past clients, but I brought 2 sons on to work with me. They got licensed, and it's great to have my 2 sons working with me. And so I wanted to expand and bring more realtor partners into our fold, if you will. And just calling realtors randomly sometimes doesn't work. The nice thing about Maverick is it's an invite to partner with me. And so when someone accepts an invite to chat with me over the phone, they're already interested in augmenting a lender who may not. Some of them wanted to change lending partners. Some of them just wanted to add another partner in their fold. So it was a nice way. It's a very soft and easy way to meet new realtors who are also willing and wanting to partner with somebody else. I don't have to go around searching for people looking to partner with me. And not everybody wants to, of course. I explain what we do and how I can help them close more loans, etc. But it's really nice to have it already scheduled for people that want to partner. That's what's super nice. I wouldn't say there was a bottleneck because we have plenty of business, but bringing my 2 sons on wanted me to expand our fold, if you will.
Love it. So it sounds like it was more of an accelerator, like it pretty much went through and filtered out the people that were not interested in working with a new lender, and then we were able to find like the ones that were and lined it up for you. So it's time effective and got you only those qualified and warm appointments with realtors, right?
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha. And can you talk about like some of the results now, since you started around September, like what were some of the things that you've now experienced, like getting those meetings, and like how many realtor partners, how many loans have come from the efforts that we've done together?
Sure. I started mid-September. It's now mid-December 2021. And initially I had the calendar open from 9 to 5 every day for the first couple of weeks, and I was super surprised at how many appointments I had been scheduled for me. And it took me a couple of weeks to get in the flow of talking to these interested agents, and I got so many. So for me, I kind of scaled it down to 2 or 3 days a week where I was calendaring people. And in the last 3 months, I've met personally 4 new agents. And we yesterday just closed our 3rd loan from those 4 meetings. So that's a pretty good, I would call that a huge success. And the nice thing about it is we talk over the phone. We have a nice conversation. If they're interested, then I invite them to meet. They'll come to our office. I've gone to their offices. I'll bring my assistant, and it's just a nice opportunity to meet people. But so far, gosh, 4 new realtors and 3 closings in 3 months. That's pretty good, I'd say.
Love it.
So
Those are
I'm
good results.
super happy about it.
Love it. I'm happy for you, man. I've seen the progress, and we've been seeing the appointments roll in for you. So it always makes me happy to know that our clients are winning and they're getting those closed loans from the realtor partners that we set. And our team is going to be super happy to see this as well. I can tell you that as well. Like our setters, we always show these client interviews, so it's going to be great to see the impact that they're making in other people's businesses. So that's great. One thing I was curious about, and I always like to ask our clients, like, you must get like a lot of emails and calls, from other like marketing services offering lead gen and other, assortment of different options to market yourself. When we reached out and like when you saw what we have to offer, like, why choose to work with us among like the many options that you had?
Good question. At that time, there was another company offering a similar service, and nice gentleman, but he kept bugging me for days on end, and I'm busy. I didn't have time. And Angelo, the very kind gentleman from Maverick, who spoke to me first on the call. I didn't have time to talk to him right then, and I invited him to call me a few days later, which he did. But there was no pressure, and he was very, very kind. And I wasn't a number to him. It was a very, very friendly phone call. He was willing to work around my schedule to introduce the product, and I'm just very glad I did. Angelo, big shout out to you. Thanks for your help.
Angelo's going to see this. Yeah, I'm going to send it over to him. Nice. And for the person that's watching this right now, this video here, and they're thinking about working with us, or they probably hopped on a phone with someone from our team, or they've checked out our content and they're considering moving forward with us, they just want to make sure they're legit and we see results. Like, what would you say to that individual there who's considering moving forward with us?
Sure. If you're considering a service like this, Maverick nailed it in every way. They told me I would get a certain amount of scheduled appointments each week, each month, and I did. So there's nothing, I wouldn't question the service. It works, and it works great, but you'd want to have in your own mind the approach that you're going to take when talking to realtors. Some of them, I'm being quite honest here, some of them I've had some ask for money. Yeah, if I give you a referral, how much do I get? It's crazy, the whole thing. But just have a nice approach already in how to listen to the realtor, find out what they're missing and what's not working for them, because every good realtor has 1 or 2 favorite lenders. And the reason they want to talk to you is because something's missing. So if you take the time to find out what's really missing for them, and you can fill that void, then that's an opportunity for you to meet and get business with them. And some of them were looking for something else in a partnership other than just a good lender to help them close more loans. And we had to pass on quite a few of them. So you'll get appointments 100%. So you don't need to doubt that. I did in the beginning, but I was quite impressed at how it has worked for me. So it's a solid program, solid company. and they're there to help you. So.
Love it. Yeah, and you brought up an important point there as well. Like, yeah, there's always those agents that, you know, want something like, you know, like kickback or something like that. And obviously those people are, you know, we pass on, but, you know, there's always agents that are willing to talk to another lender. And it's a matter of like seeing, you know, where the gap is. Because something important that you mentioned was that, you know, they're on that phone for a reason, especially if they're a producing realtor. Like they wouldn't take, you know, an hour out of their day or 40 minutes to talk to someone unless there was something there that wasn't being provided from their lender. So I see kind of a recurring pattern with like our clients that see the success like you do, where they're going in there and, you know, really applying their active listening skills and seeing what could be missing in the realtor's business right now that other lenders aren't doing, and then filling that gap for them so that you can go in there and be someone of value to not just them, but, you know, for their borrowers as well, in a way that other lenders haven't done in the past. So that was a really important point that you mentioned.
Yeah, and I'll mention something else. I think every one of them that I talk to, every realtor that I talk to, of course, they don't know me, but fortunately, I have a good Google review presence and Yelp, because before they're willing to schedule that appointment, I think most of them check me out online. And so for new people, just make sure you have an online presence, because 80% of the people that I spoke to before I even talked to them had looked at the internet presence for me and my company. And so that's just a little tip to make sure they can find you online and feel favorably toward you to go ahead and talk to you. So just wanted to add that.
Love it. Thank you for sharing the advice. And then one thing as well that I was also interested in as well, that I think whoever's watching this as well will find valuable. What were some of the things that you found to be, you know, helpful for you when having those meetings with the realtors? Like, were there specific things or a certain structure of like how the meeting would go for you? I know you were going through and calibrating your approach. So if you can share with us a little bit about what that would look like.
Sure. Calibration's a good word there. I approached it this way. I understand you're looking for perhaps a new partner. I'm making the assumption that you have a good partner. We might be able to, me and my company might be able to be another good arrow in your quiver and augment the business that you're doing now. And then I would ask them a few questions about their business, what's working for them, what's not working for them. One of the hot buttons in most cases was just communication. Lenders drop the ball and don't communicate very well. So that's a big thing for them. And closing fast. And I'm not there to become their favorite lender. And I tell them that right up front. I want to be respectful to the partners that you already have, but I will ask them, who are you using? Are you using a retail bank, a mortgage banker, a broker? And I just happen to be a broker, so I can bring more value to a realtor if they don't have a broker as a partner. So that's one of the advantages I think I have in the initial conversation is, you know, a lot of realtors are using retail banks and retail mortgage brokers. And when I find that out, it's an opportunity for me to share with them the advantage of working with a broker. So I kind of have a little advantage there, Gilberto. But to answer the question, to summarize your question, I find out what they're doing now, what's working for them, what's missing. If I can fill in or cover some of the missing pieces for them, then it's an opportunity to then meet them and have a one-on-one conversation.
Love it. I think a lot of people are going to find that useful as well, just for how to navigate the meetings. So thank you for sharing that. And one thing I'll say too as well that has really stood out every time we hop on a call, I can see why, you know, the realtors, you know, really like, you know, have a favorable, like, they're very open to you because you come across very honest, and then your communication skills are very on par. And you're very like person that you can tell that you care, and I'm sure that comes across to your borrowers as well. So I just wanted to, you know, commend you for that, and, you know, bring that up in our conversation. And thank you for being a client of ours. You've been like an absolute pleasure to
you,
work with.
Gilberto.
Angelo, yeah, Angelo has mentioned that as well, and we're super pumped to continuing everything with you in January, man. So once again, thank you for your time and for sharing, you know, what your experience has been with us. I truly appreciate it.